Okay, so I have created a choice board for a family unit. Here it is. I will include like a picture of it so you can zoom in a little bit more. But basically, it is, here are the instructions here, and I'll start with the instructions and I'll kind of move through why I did that. So each student will do the activity on the trunk, and then they will have their choice of 3. These are like writing assignments, and then they will have their choice of any of the other 7 light green leaves. And so with these assignments, I wanted to have something that every student would do at the beginning. So this trunk one, the assignment is to cut characters in a magazine to make them a family, or cut characters out of a magazine, paste them into a family tree that they make, and then kind of talk about, you have to use 10 family members and 15 vocab words, whichever one you want to use. And I have a list of vocab words that I'll also include. And so that's kind of just to get all the creative juices flowing for the students. It's to help them review some vocabulary before they move on to the writing portion. And so I think the character in a magazine, the trunk assignment, will be able to be finished within the class period. And so then they will take this home, well, they'll take their sheet home, and then they can do the writing portion at home, and then they'll have one more class period to finish their writing, and then finish their last assignment. So the second list of assignments include writing a journal entry about a day in your family's life, researching a famous family from America and writing 1 page about the members of the family and what they did, and then writing a letter to a family in America that you would stay with on your study abroad trip, asking about family members, family life, etc. And so I think these 3 are really good because I will be able to assess more of the, because this is for vocab. This whole thing is to assess vocab and their ability to use that within writing contexts. And so I will be able to, let's see, I'm trying to see what I wrote because I had a little thing already written. It can be, this will be able to just assess their vocabulary, their grammar, just a short informal writing, but I'm able to see if they're using relevant terms, if they're using terms in the correct contexts, and also how much vocab they're able to insert into this portion. And so then the last assignments, there's 8, so I won't read all of them, but I've tried to include stuff from different intelligences, such as if a student is more of a visual learner, then they could create the wanted ad for a family that they would like to have. And so they draw a picture of a family they like to have or be a part of, and then describe what it is about the family, or kind of the members and the stuff like that. And if you are more of like a kind of drama theater person, you can do the skit about, or not the skit, I guess there isn't a skit, but oh yeah, there's a skit. So a skit about a family. And so within these 7, there's just a lot of variety for different types of learners and different types of student needs and student abilities, and so they get to pick for their last one which one they want to do. And so I think starting with the trunk was a good idea because it kind of gets every student on the same page. Everybody's kind of tossing around ideas. It's pretty casual during class time because you want the students to feel comfortable. You want them to feel like they're just kind of getting these creative juices flowing, and then from that you move into the writing, and then from that you would move into the extra kind of more fun ones, but they are still able to be assessed. And so I've included a rubric. I'll post that also, but mostly my rubric includes I'm going to assess them on whether or not they follow the directions, simply their accuracy in their grammar and vocabulary use, the relevance of their vocabulary to their writings and to their other creations that they'll be making, and then also their creativity, because I want them to be able to express themselves and be able to kind of have their own little spin on whatever type of family they want to talk about, or whatever type of, whichever type of vocabulary they want to use. I want them to be able to use it in a conversation in real life. And so I want them to be able to kind of learn what some real questions would be, or what some real life situations would be, because in order, this content isn't for nothing. It's to assess, it's to let them become able to use stuff in everyday conversation and stuff like that. So I'm making sure that that's the only thing I really need to tell you, because everything else I'll probably turn in. But it seems like, yes, I've given you, the age group would be like a high school, an upper level high school class. Intermediate students definitely, or upper level, somewhere in there, because I want them to be able to have some basic vocabulary under their belts and then kind of build onto that with some other, a little bit more advanced words. And then, content given, content explained. I'll turn in the rubric, and so here's one final look at it. I'll turn in a picture as well, but here's the choice board, and thank you very much.